Okay, everybody. Clearing. Okay, that didn't feel quite right. So clearing. Take it a little slower. Okay, so on the pre-shuffle today, I have been just feeling what can we look at that's affecting the twin collective right now, and how are the masculine and feminine polarities navigating that theme. Okay, we got one. Karma. Yes. Oh, cards never cease to, I mean, they never disappoint, do they? What's affecting the twin collective? Karma. This is the judgment card as well. So this is the revelation, the inner workings of things, all the stuff playing out. I'm still chuckling because that is hilarious. That's the doozy. Okay, so let's shuffle. What can we see, Divine Creator? How are the divine masculines and the divine feminines experiencing this journey, this connection, the dynamic? How are they thinking about karma regarding the journey? How are they feeling on the heart space for their divine counterpart regarding the karmic things playing out? What are they wishing in the connection as it relates to the karma, themes of karma? So karma is life lessons, can be casual things. It's, you know, you can have good and bad karma. You can invest love and light into the world and have that returned. What goes around comes around. Or lower vibrational things or misconceptions. It's pretty much the result of your inner thoughts coming back to you. And so collectively we've gotten kind of off track, and the twins are the ones coming in as specialists on the planet to help balance the scales for more love and light in the world. I'll say that again. So let's see what we can about karma. I still love that that's the card that came out for the divine masculines. What are they thinking about this connection as it relates to karma? Ooh, the devil and beginning to free the mind. So the devil is the gatekeeper of karma, I want to say. This is the illusion. The 3D seems to be immovable, but it's just an illusion. When we free our minds, when we believe in love, we find the way to overcome any of the limitations of the 3D. Looks like divine masculines, you truly are believing that where there is a will, there is a way. And you are looking at the things that you've bought into. And this twin journey has helped with moving through adversity, finding ways around things that you used to think were deal breakers. You've become a much more open-minded person, and now it's gaining some traction, I'm hearing. So divine feminines, consciously about this journey as it relates to karma. Wow, for divine feminines, the 10 of Pentacles is giving me the impression that there are long-standing scenarios, things you've committed to, divine feminines, that need to be seen for what they are, the contracts they are, the intentions. So many times on this journey, we've looked at the divine masculine polarity regarding karma, but this divine feminines is talking about personal accountability, knowing that everything you experience is a lesson, it is learning, and there are things that you got yourself into when you weren't as mature as you are now. And that's what I'm feeling here, divine feminines. It's time to really forgive yourself for growing. Really forgive yourself for not trusting your gut instinct when you got into certain things that you're now finding you might want to get out of, things that are no longer a fit. things that you're settling for. It looks like Divine Feminines might be asking help from an elder, a trusted family member, friends, obviously tarot readers, things like that, people like that, pardon me. And there seems to be a need for some clarity regarding the choice between the divine counterpart and something else before things can move forward. So Divine Feminines are carefully looking at what they've committed to versus what is drawing them on the heart space, the distant pasture that beckons. I just heard. Yeah, so Divine Feminines, there's another layer of this. Loyalties, I'm hearing, is the big consideration. Being loyal to what you love and coming into the mastery to understand what it is you love, what it is you are looking for, the reasons why you have various options. So karma, you know, karma implies a learning process. And so the fact that you may not have things figured out yet, Divine Feminines, Divine Masculines, does not mean you're not on the right track. And mastery is when you can come to those understandings in your own right, through your own spiritual journey. When we're talking about mastery, it is an intricate, intimate process, implying you don't need to seek external answers any longer. Divine Masculines, it's how you're freeing your mind, and Divine Feminines, it's how you're freeing your physical world. Both are forms of slavery, being enslaved to the mind and being enslaved to physical binding limitations. Interesting. What are the Divine Masculines looking at on the heart space regarding karma? The Star and Three of Swords. So this is the destined path and heartache. Whatever that third energy was that was keeping the masculines from thinking that these connections were possible or a priority to move forward to at this time. I just heard the Divine Masculines' hearts have not been able to rest since they met their feminine, because of being in other scenarios and entanglements. And so that's really coming up for the masculines regarding the theme of karma. There's a more immediate desire to get on track once and for all, I just heard. So Divine Masculines are at a place in the heart space that wants to have an immediate turnaround at this time. Divine Feminines on the heart space, I'm hearing the sharp contrast of karma has hit differently. What is it for Divine Feminines? Okay, on the heart space, Divine Feminines know that they want to step out of their comfort zone and believe that they can have it all, is what I just heard. So Divine Feminines, Two of Wands and Ace of Wands. Two of Wands in the reverse is having made a choice to go forward to something unfamiliar. Ace of Wands is a passionate new beginning, a sensual new beginning, a soul inspired, a spark, the initiation of something profound, life-changing. This is like a leap of faith. And on the heart space, Divine Feminines, the leap of faith I'm feeling here is that you can truly have a soul-centered relationship and that the passion won't die. And I'm not even getting that this is a fixation on the divine counterpart that you might be watching this reading for. I'm literally getting it's a belief on the heart space that there can be a connection that will stand the test of time, that will sustain, that the passion will stay lit. Oh, I'm hearing more messages about the Divine Feminine's hearts being tender flowers. And if there is fault in a connection, the flowers will wilt. And so many times Divine Feminine's so sensitive, the flower wilts. And it's so difficult to go back from there. And the Divine says once you are in union with your true counterpart, the flower will not wilt. And you Divine Feminines are believing this is possible because it's not putting the faith in the person, it is putting the faith in love. That is a shift. The person, the twin, is not the source of love. The Divine is, and your own connection with Source is your ground, is your safety, is your equilibrium, not the person. When you partner with a person that also has their ground in their connection to Source, in their connection to inner balance, in their connection to compassionate non-attachment, the love is safe to express between two. Safe meaning trustworthy, authentic, pure, honest. Divine Feminines are believing this is possible. They are divinely inspired. What is the manifestation, the wish for the masculines regarding the theme of karma and the connection? They want to see a rebirth. They understand they've learned so much from this journey, but the one thing they have not seen is if a love like this can heal the past, missed opportunities, falling short. That seems to be the one thing that seems to be unforgivable, is a love relationship that tanked once. If that doesn't even have to be a love relationship, a relationship that people thought was going to result in being something extraordinary. So, I want to clarify, a relationship that has not gotten off the ground, that had the potential to be the be-all end-all, or the best relationship people ever had that did not continue unbroken. In both of those cases, the divine masculines want to know the impossible. Is that a scenario that love can heal? can those come back around and be stronger than ever? What are the divine feminines looking at and manifesting? Walking the line between heaven and hell. We've got the devil and the high priest both in the reverse. Divine feminines want to know if that edge can be, that tightrope can be found. They want to know if they can live there. Between otherworldly and too intense. So both are working on an impossible wish. That's an extraordinary mirror, don't you think? Divine feminines want to know if it's possible to live on the edge. And divine masculines want to know if it's possible to come back from the edge and live. Oh my goodness. That's what you get for late night readings. What do the divine masculines, what are they doing in light of karma? Four of Wands and Queen of Swords, both in the reverse. I'm just hearing they're hashing out all the things you might say, divine feminine, if divine masculines all of a sudden came back and said, yeah, you know what? I think maybe I want to try this twin flame union thing. This is the 1111 card. That's the twin flame union right there. And this is the Queen of Swords is the no, not on my watch, buddy card. And so, yeah, divine masculines are giving themselves a legitimate shot at what would they say. I just heard, what could they give to the divine feminine that has everything, but that has every excuse in the book possibly not to allow them to come back in and try this. There is a sense of humor to this combination that I'm feeling, and I'm actually sensing the divine masculines running over various scenarios in their minds and giving themselves quite a laugh at some of the audacious things and some of the styles of delivery that they're practicing, getting ready to see if a love like this could be reclaimed once it goes to the brink. What are the divine feminines doing? Oh my goodness. Oh, Page of Cups clarified by Page of Cups. It's like, I'm now seeing divine feminines in the energetic realms, like taking all the things that divine masculines are philosophizing and theatrically trying out for size, and the divine feminines are like, I love you, let me count the ways. 1,000, 1,000. It's like everything the divine masculines are throwing at the feminines energetically. The feminines are like, I love you like that. I love you anyways there. My love is big enough to love you that way too. Yep, even there, I still love you. There's nothing impossible. I love you there, and there, and there, and there, and there, and there. Oh, look at these cards. It's like a fencing match. What's the biggest challenge for the masculines? Oh. King of Pentacles, wanting this commitment now and not knowing if divine feminines are going to be receptive. Literally my Queen of Wands, divine feminine card, and this commitment, the loyalty. This is the challenge. Oh my goodness. What's the challenge for the feminines? Long suffering, this connection not being victorious, so many attempts in the past to offer the heart on the sleeve, and it just continuing with burden, whether it's direct with the counterpart or in the karmic cleanup or in life, getting mission going, getting abundance flowing, all the stuff. Divine Feminine's biggest challenge is it feels like it should be easier than this. Okay, what's the Divine Masculine's solution for not knowing if this newfound desire for commitment with their Divine Feminine is going to be met with receptivity? Justice and the Lovers. I love it, the Lovers in this position in the inverse, because that means that it's a practical grounding thing. Divine Masculines, Justice is here. When you can speak from having seen the love to having seen the truth now, that justifies it. It's its own qualification. In the past, you weren't able to speak on those things. You weren't able to touch on them and to meet your Divine Feminine in that energy. This is its own reward. Have faith, take heart. When you can see these things this way and convey it, it's justified. And so that's you doing your best without attachment, Divine Masculines. That is the best anyone can do. And that is the place to come from. When you can speak on those things, it's like a writer being told to write what you know. Divine Masculines, tell it like it is. Tell it like you know it is. And then truly it is for your divine counterparts' consideration. What is the solution for the feminines? We get the Five of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles. So the feminine's challenge is that there has been a sense of things dragging out with not a lot of public victory or recognition. And now the advice is to bit by bit start bringing the awareness back in for a love like this. So there is a preparation here, Divine Feminines. And usually I don't advise talking to people about your twin journey, but this could come through in mission. When we get a 5 and a 10 of Wands, I'll often think about our own karmic responsibility, our own contribution, possibly. And so Divine Feminines, this is the card of foundation. You are being asked to share the wisdom you've had on this journey. Ooh, that's good, because I just heard, as you share the wisdom, you're given more lessons. When you're accountable with a little, you are given more. And so now that you have balanced out and you're not going to others for their blessing, approval, or belief in the journey, but now you're taking the wisdom that you have received through being on the journey. That is, see, this one person is standing here with the other individuals sitting around contemplating what this person is now sharing from a place of authority and first-hand knowledge. So instead of guessing and monologuing and asking for help from these people, this person is now sharing the wisdom. And I heard catch a fire. And so those around are now ready to begin learning in their own right. It is a chain reaction, but there needs to be a point of clarity feminines. And this is where mission kicks off with a lot of divine feminines who have gotten to this place of knowing on the journey. And so you're being asked to start and to come from the flip side of this journey and begin to bring the wisdom. And that solves the problem of public knowledge of the connection. And this is not to say tell everyone your divine counterpart's name, or say that you're together, or that you're meant to be together and spread that kind of a thing. No, this is the wisdom. This is the understanding into the world without even needing to tell of the twin flame journey. You have collected so much wisdom that you can share. But you may find that sharing specifics of the twin flame journey are appropriate. Be respectful, follow your knowing, and honor all involved. Remember, gossip is not productive, but when it is coming from a teaching and compassionate and respectful place, you can use so much of the journey to assist others. What is the direction that the masculines are going? Oh my goodness. The Hanged Man clarified by the Hangman. One of them is in the reverse though. So we have upright Hangman clarified by Hangman in the reverse. So this does mean that right now in real time, divine masculines, the light's going off. And I do believe it is about this. We're only accountable for ourselves. We're only accountable with doing the best that we possibly can. And you have come to a point of excellence. And now it is about professing the love and seeing where things go. Divine masculines, yes, this is dawning on you. And divine feminines, where are things going? Knight of Wands, okay, calming the anxiety, overcoming the dragons so that your zest for life is within your control. This is you taking accountability for your happiness, your passion, your aliveness, and going forward without anxiety. Anxiety is a great deal of suffering, and so divine feminines, you're getting back on the horse and riding. We've got two horse and riders here, so going forward, divine feminines. In your own right. Let's see what we can for an energetic support card for that. Oh, I just saw autonomy and gate of returning. Okay, we get ascension, surrender, purification. Where it relates to anxiety, divine feminines, surrender the thoughts that aren't serving, that are creating suffering. Purify, release. Don't hang on to things that hurt. And chamber of teleportation, the journey, exchange, and transference. What you do for self, you do for twin. Let go of the pain. Give the dynamic permission to let go of pain. What can we see for the divine masculines? The card of autonomy came out. You are at that edge of thinking for yourself, acting on behalf of yourself without fear of what your divine counterpart will say. Self-fulfillment. Divine masculines, you've come into your own, and you've never wanted to connect with your feminine in union like this before. What a poignant sentence when we're looking at the divine masculines very much on the edge of about to profess and claim that they've never been so sure legitimately divine masculines, there is no wrong in saying, I've never loved you like I do now.